Dweller, Sarmagus, Keka, Fasto. Welcome back to Chaos Head NoaH. Last time, Takumi just went like full mastery of his Gigalomaniac powers. Freaking Suwa came in, killed Sena's dad, was about to kill everybody. Then Takumi did a freaking Uno reverse power so he on Suwa and fucking destroyed him. Then like it looks like Takumi got into like a mind control device trap kind of thing and finally got to face off against the evil Seira-tan and defeated her in his mind. Woo! Now, all that is left is for the final showdown to rescue Rimi with the mastermind behind everything. Will he be able to beat the artificial delusion machine? Hello, Nagitona. Welcome to the stream. Wheezing my lungs out, I descended this deserted stairway to the top floor. I'd made my way through the unattended lobby into the planetarium before I took a breather at the gargantuan device that jumped into my sight. It was NoaH in all its majesty, surrounded by a chilly air robbing me of my warmth. A piece of art stood beside NoaH. Rimi. Oh shit. That thing looks crazy. Whose D-sword is that? Like, dang. Rimi, affixed to the art piece, slowly raised her head at my voice. Our eyes met. Her eyes shot open. Why? Why? I'm here to save you. Her eyes began to swim. Idiot. You idiot. You're such an idiot. She shook her head sadly. I think, let me just raise the game volume a bit. Getting yourself hurt so badly. Pushing yourself so hard. Even though I told you to wait for me. Why? Because I've fallen in love with you. I'm in love with you, Rimi. But I couldn't say that out loud. I couldn't say anything heroic like, I'm here to save you because I'm in love with you. Not with how I was. Not with me covered in blood and a completely flattened arm. I mean, that's kind of badass. Well, yeah, you're far from Prince Charming, but like, you know, you're also a lot like Guts or like, some like other kind of type of like badass hero. My current state was as far from Prince Charming as humanly possible. If I said something like that now, I'd probably look creepy as hell. That would put me closer to a stalker than anything, really. You're not a stalker. You two know each other really well. I spilled my guts to her in some speech that didn't let her get a word in. It would just put her way out. Holy, look at this Takumi! Look at this Takumi. Oh my god, I am so proud of him. Oh my god. Since when did he drink Respect Women juice? Oh my god. Wow. Takumi. I think getting a lot of memories from Shogun has kind of changed him in a way. Like, dang. That's not something I would expect the original Takumi to say. I mean, not, not what I mean the original. I mean, the Takumi at the beginning of the story. Like, wow. Oh, Takumi. Well, it's not like he follows her around, is what I'm saying. They've talked and they know each other and they're on friendly terms, It's not like they follow one another without the other knowing. If I spilled my guts to her in some speech that didn't let her get a word in, it would have just put her way off. She was going to live, and I was going to die. Having some dead man walk and convey all his feelings on a whim would have left a horrible taste in her mouth. So, I bottled it all in.
Rimiにこれを返したくて。
What is that thing that she's attached to? Is that Nerose's G-sword? Like, what the fuck is that? Because it does not look like, something that's been built for a purpose. It looks like something that was delusioned up, that was real booted. I want to give this back, Rimi. My right hand was still weak. It was the hand I've been using to hold my D-sword. I mean, aren't the D-swords weightless? So that shouldn't really... It still takes strength to swing, though, but yeah. Despite forcing my fingers to move, I reached inside my jacket pocket and pulled out a handkerchief. It was colored a gentle vermilion. Whether that was its original hue or due to my blood staining it, I didn't know. Rimi had given it to me. Though its floral aroma has long since expired. That handkerchief was one of several precious memories she had given me.
僕は君をここから助け出して
I'm gonna get you out of here.
ノア2を壊して
I'm gonna destroy NoaH 2.
このハンカチを返すんだ。
Takumi! And I'm gonna give you back your handkerchief. That was all I was capable of doing. And if I managed to achieve it all, I could die with no regrets. Besides, there wasn't much else I could do. He sounds so weak because he knows he's gonna die very soon. In my mind, every sense of mine has gone numb a long time ago. Hello, Sena, welcome to the stream. I imagine that the reason for that was because the pain was so severe. My brain had no choice but to start blocking the sensations transmitted by whatever nerves were responsible. I could barely move. My arm continued to bleed. My vision was blurry. I was incredibly cold. I had a feeling that if I wasn't careful, I'd lose consciousness right then and there. Taku. Taku.
君は実に勇敢ですね。
Seriously.
My, you are quite the gallant one.
A towering man emerged from behind NoaH 2. Narose Genichi. Facing me, he clapped sarcastically with no clear expression on his face.
しかし、致命的なことが一つあります。
There is, however, one fatal flaw present in your character.
行動原理が感情に根ざしているということです。それは野蛮人のすることだ。
What calls you to action is rooted in bare emotion, something I would attribute far more to barbarism rather than anything noble.
Nope, it wasn't me. It was the game. I had no idea what he was getting at. I took everything I had just to bear with the pain. So aside from Rimi, I didn't have any brain power left to try and comprehend what anyone was saying. Taku! Run away!
将を犠牲にして大の利益を守る。
That is absolute bullshit, dude. You're doing the exact opposite, man. You're doing the exact opposite of that with the fucking mind control.
Sacrificing the needs of the few for the needs of the many.
それを悪だと思いますか？
Would you think that to be evil?
You're literally doing the exact opposite of that. You're sacrificing everyone's free will for your own fucking selfish gain.
私はそうは思いません。
I certainly would not myself.
このままでは人類はいずれ滅び去る。
With the world on its current course, mankind will undoubtedly meet its end.
Well, I mean, taking away free will is basically the same fucking thing, dude. It's just making everyone a walking corpse instead.
人の欲望によってです。
By way of their own desires.
あまりにも醜い心。
Their hearts are beyond repugnant.
あまりに利己的な欲望の洪水。
The world is inundated by an unfathomable count of excessively self-serving desires.
人の社会はすでに破綻し、腐り落ちようとしています。
The society of man has long since collapsed, left now to wallow in its own decay.
誰もが己のことしか考えず、その結果殺し合い、奪い合っています。
Each person thinks only of themselves. Crimes such as theft or murder rob all form of agency. Yet this is of no concern to the individual.
君もギガロマニアックスとして覚醒したのなら見たはずですよ。人の心の本質を。
So he probably is a Gigalomaniac too.
If you too awakened as a Gigalomaniac, then you must have seen it. The true nature of the hearts of men.
私は幼い頃に覚醒したため、もう何十年という間、それを見てきた。
Then that's probably his D-sword. Wow. It's impressive he was able to not use his ability too much for a long time. Like Shogun did. Unlike what Shogun did.
I have seen it for decades, having awakened myself at a very young age.
300人委員会は人類の自滅を阻止するためという大義名分のもと、世界人間牧場計画を推し進めてきました。
In the eyes of the Committee of 300, the continued progression of the worldwide human domestication project is all for the heroic aim of halting mankind's own self-destruction.
けれどそれも所詮、彼らのエゴを満たすものでしかない。
Yet even that pretext exists simply to stroke their own egos.
私が目指すのはそんなものではありません。
What I seek is something else.
悟ったのですよ。
I once came to a realization.
この腐った世界を再生するためには社会のシステムを変えるのではなく
Hello, Zash. Welcome to the stream.
To breathe life into this diseased world. It is not the system governing society that requires changing.
世界中すべての人間の心を変える必要があるのだと
It is the hearts of all mankind.
And that's not self-serving?
そのためのプロジェクト
It's the
ノア
children who are wrong. Thus, Project NoaH came to be.
ノア2があれば世界中すべての人間から負の妄想を消し去り清廉な心へと漂白できます
Through NoaH 2, the hearts of all men throughout the world will be bleached clean as their negative delusions are effaced.
争いは消え世界に永遠の平和を与えることができます
Conflict will be no more. The world will see eternal peace. The green ending is clearly the best one of Mass Effect 3.
君も誰かに蔑まれることもなくなるでしょう
Even someone such as yourself will no longer face disdain.
Finally, his novel-length monologue came to a close. My body was on the verge of collapse, but I desperately planted my feet. At least I'd gotten a bit of a break. That was the only reason I was still standing.
あんたの言ってることはもしかしたら正しいかもしれない。
What you're saying is probably right. I hadn't really... That's kind of hilarious. I hadn't really been paying much attention. But in regards to the future of humanity, he was definitely right. His ideals were entirely righteous. He was the president of a sprawling corporation, and his eye was aimed solely on justice for the whole of mankind. Me, meanwhile, I was a monster, a version, an otaku freak. A selfish, ego-driven wannabe who just wanted to save some girl he liked and didn't give a shit about anyone else. Normally, that'd make me the bad guy through and through. The monster would then be slain and justice would prevail.
でも
But
僕はあんたには負けられない。
I'm not gonna lose to you!
なぜ否定するのです
Why do you deny what is strictly in front of you?
ただの自己満足だ。
Just for my own self-satisfaction.
残念です
My, how unfortunate that is.
Right, fight, fight, fight! Here we go. Yep, that's his D-sword for sure. His gaze locked onto me. Narose grabbed Rimi by the collar and threw her off the art piece. Yup. Hell yeah. Oh, this is gonna look super badass. His right hand then stretched out in front of it. Yup. Yup. Final boss. Here we go. And in that ephemeral moment, the once standing art piece found itself in Narose's hand. It was no mere art piece, nor was it a cross that existed for crucifixion. I gotta admit, he has the coolest D-sword. It's the absolute fucking coolest D-sword. Seriously. It was a D-sword. Fucking Evangelion looking friggin' thing out, like seriously, wow. Looks like a fucking mecha on its own.
It was far too monstrous to be called a sword. Savage. Delusion.
Well, that's a new word for me.
That which sowed terror, contained and contaminated gospel, chaos thoroughly complexified, a blasphemy with which to desecrate, the purest of evils, akin to the very gates of hell themselves. The hearts of those who gazed upon it would be wrenched away, luring them into eternal eon of strife. All that was negative in this world converged into one, embodying its very shape. No! I got back all the saliva that had built into my throat. Despite everything, I made up my mind. I fixed my grip on my D-sword, but still bound to my hand with that cord. And then, I took a single step towards NoaH 2. Or more accurately speaking, I began to close the distance between NoaH and myself. Speaking of distance, he had an overwhelming advantage in range over me.
剣で切り合うような野蛮な行為はあまり得意ではないのですが。
I don't find myself proficient in barbarous activities, especially when it comes to crossing swords.
しかし、君からコードサンプルを手に入れる必要があります。
Yep.
その
Tell
た
me
め
what
に
that exactly is.
無力化しなければ。
Nevertheless, I must obtain your code sample. And for me to meet that end, you must be incapacitated. Towering over me with one hand, NoaH swung a D-sword even bigger than he was. Ah! The strike was so heavy it felt as if it could have pulverized any known object out there. My arm was slow to respond. Even moving it slightly made pain explode throughout. Even still, I forced it to do so and raised my arm. I caught the blow with my D-sword. Any normal sword would have been split right in two. Never was even accounting for how unbelievably thin my sword was. It couldn't have been much more different from NoaH.
I mean, the form doesn't really matter. It's basically the strength of your friggin' power, your imagination.
And yet, my D-sword didn't break. Somehow I managed to parry NoaH's first strike. My hand went numb. With my left hand pulverized, my balance on that side was non-existent. The stance I'd been holding collapsed. By the looks of it, he was about to send me flying. I just had to endure it. I connected with NoaH's second blow. His recovery between strikes was way too fast. So he's been slid by as sword looks. That's what I told myself. It was a battle of strength, in a sword that was far too thin and delicate.
It's muffled? Oh god. What? Wait, what's going on? Thank you for telling me. Is it better now? I just did something.
And a sword that was far too colossal and ferocious. Somehow I was holding out with it, at least for the moment. Ah!
Oh yeah, this is so badass. So badass.
4 times now. 4 times have our blades crossed. But this time, the position of NoaH's hands began to change. It looked like he was clutching the guard of the sword man. And then, the sword began to rise. Letting out an eerie noise, its malleable mechanisms groan. The blade's edge then split in two, opening into a pair of scissors. Oh god, he's seen Kill la Kill! That was then thrust toward my very chest. An alteration. Right then, I came to realize it would mean the end of it. I countered, swinging my sword down in front of me. But I was too late. Its forked point sank straight into my chest. A callous smile formed on Neurose's lips. He loosened his grasp on the guard. And then the colossal scissors snapped shut.
Ooh, shit. This has got to not be actually... Is this like a second level delusion? I wonder.
Ah! My chest, my ribs, and my lungs were all devoured. I desperately stumbled back. Ah! And right when I did that, Neurose swept his arm straight across. My own fresh blood danced before my eyes. Pain spiked throughout my entire body. Even though my senses were supposed to have been numbed, I was on the verge of screaming out with whatever remained of my lungs. But even so, I clenched my teeth and endured it. Grit those teeth! My chest had been thoroughly minced. Not for Spez stepping back when I did, he would have hit my heart. Massive quantities of blood continued to spray out. I nearly toppled over, but I caught myself at the last second. I can't die here. I didn't come this far just to die. I ignored Neurose. Instead of him, I approached NoaH and Rimi, the latter of which was collapsed on the ground.
I hope the other girls come in and do something. He needs his team.
It took every fiber of my being, but I did it all the same.
Taku.
Raising her head from the ground, Rimi looked in my direction. She was likely exhausted. There was no way her body had any strength left. As fatigue, or maybe just my injuries, continued to wear me down, my vision grew blurrier. I wasn't sure what sort of face Rimi was making as she looked at me. I didn't meet her gaze. I couldn't bear for her to see me like this, bloody and beaten to a pulp. It was the sole minuscule bit of pride I had left. Even on my deathbed, that was where I drew the line. I advanced toward NoaH too. My D-sword was already within range. Oddly enough, Neurose stayed behind me, ignoring that I was leaving him behind.
Ooh, no! Running out of time.
All of a sudden, a cheery melody began to ring throughout the dome. In my pass, NoaH too towered over me. The sound emanating from it became even more shrill. Deep within all his majesty, I sensed something incredibly strange and enigmatic moving around. For a split second, I flinched. Albeit slowly, I managed to take a stance with the blade at my hip. I aimed toward NoaH 2's nearly organic-looking tube-covered exterior, and bulldozed it with my D-sword.
Oh shit. Dang, he's gonna power up. Oh boy. Now he's gonna truly become a god. He needs his team.
And that was when I noticed.
The other girls better get here to help.
At some point or another, NoaH 2 would vanish from my sight. And now somehow I was standing with my back to it. I knew for a fact that I'd just been trying to destroy it. There wasn't a single damn reason for me to have turned around. And yet that was the direction I was facing. In the very center of my blurred vision, NoaH was the one standing there, not NoaH too. I turned myself around, swinging my D-sword at it for the second time. Except even though I'd fully intended to turn around, I hadn't. I had the will to turn myself around. I even made the motion to do so. And yet the end result was one where I hadn't actually turned around. I was hit with a wave of utter confusion.
NoaH2の自己防衛機能とでも言うべきものです。
Ooh, wow, it has literally friggin' Dio powers here.
One might call it NoaH 2's self-defense system. NoaH's quiet voice resounded from within the dome, pulling and mixing together with the melody of You May Pass.
近づく者の心に干渉し、意志を歪ませる。
It interferes with the hearts of those who approach it, distorting their wills.
NoaH2 には誰も近寄れません。私以外。
With the exception of myself, none may approach NoaH 2.
Okay, then that's your cue. Make a delusionary version of him, except not evil. And have him kill it. Thank you for explaining your machine's weakness.
When he finished speaking, he would leisurely walk closer to me.
I do love the art here, by the way. I love how clean this looks. It looks like straight out of an anime, really. It reminds me of Root Double's artwork here.
Then, as if it was the easiest thing in the world, he raised the colossal D-sword above his head. I clenched my teeth. I'd lost a lot of blood. I couldn't think clearly.
Yeah, or he could fight it from a distance.
Even though I didn't have the slightest bit of sensation in my right hand, I shoved the pain and the fact I couldn't move it properly aside, and lifted it up in a desperate attempt to deflect the next blow. And then, the D-sword that had somehow still remained attached to my hand with the cord was sent flying by a staggering impact.
Shit. Uh-oh.
It tumbled across the floor, far, far away from me.
It was astonishing seeing it off. Fixing my gaze back in front of me, I was met with NoaH's sneering figure.
Well, boy, what happened to all that bravado? Come, get your girl. Fulfill your desires, if you are able. And then, as if in warning, as if to urge my mind forward, the melody changed.
君の存在を否定してあげましょう。
Oh shit! He's gonna do the thing! He's gonna do the thing! Oh my god! I knew this was a thing people could do. I knew it. I knew this was a possibility. Oh shit. This is probably like freaking, yes. Oh yeah, the ultimate to destroy somebody, to turn somebody from a real being into a thought, into a delusion. That is the most insane ability. But wait a minute. This Takumi is already a delusion. Maybe he's immune to it.
Allow me to deny your very existence.
Oh, thank God that stopped.
Naruse's stance told me he was already prepared to strike again. He was about to bring that sword crushing down on me. It was all too overwhelming, all too devastating, all too brutal. That was his D-sword, and it was coming down on me while I was completely unarmed. I had no way of stopping his strike. I was a sitting duck.
I gotta say, the more I see it in like action and with more like in more dynamic expressions, I am loving Neurose's design more and more. Like when he makes a crazy expression, it's fucking awesome. Like I could totally see how he would have looked younger. He probably would have looked like a blonde Takumi. It did sound like a car alarm.
I was a sitting duck.
Oh shit! No! Oh god, she's gonna Krillin herself. Oh no. Oh no!
Rimi forced her way between Nerose and me. Her soft touch enveloped my face.
Yeah, he is a really cool bad guy. Absolutely. I was agreeing with that, Nagitona. Don't kill Taku!
I felt Rimi's chest. She had wrapped her arms around me almost like a tender embrace. She was protecting me from Nerose.
Huh?
That's true. Rimi is also delusion. I wonder if that kind of ability would affect them. Yeah, his design, the more I see it, looks really fucking cool. Like, especially when he's in a dynamic pose and expression.
Nerose sighed quietly, lowering his sword. Rimi had saved me once again, even though I told her I was here to save her.
I mean, she's less injured.
How fucking pathetic was that? Hit with a wave of intense frustration, I slithered my right hand onto her body and thrust it inside her.
What the fuck? Taku? What the fuck is going on? This is not the time for this.
I felt the sensation of the coarse warm underwear lying atop her skin. I felt the pain of the gashes in my chest, the pain of my amputated left hand, then the pain of my dislocated right arm. The pain of my dysfunctional lungs as I struggled to breathe. The warmth I felt now surely could heal all of it.
Okay. He's trying to feel her heart. Okay. I was gonna say, like, what the fuck? Oh, God.
Rimi's underwear, Rimi's bare skin.
What are you? What the fuck is going on? The fuck? What?
I tore off the buttons on her blouse. I ripped away the clothing that was keeping her body hidden away from me.
The fuck is this? This is, YouTube?
I exposed her bra.
What the fuck is this? Taku, stop! Oh god. What the fuck? Excuse me? What the fuck is this?
I grabbed her tightly right from the bra, reaching her ample breast.
What? This is... the fuck?
The blood smeared right hand, I squeezed her. I rubbed her body with my blood and claw her bare skin. I felt its elasticity, such soft, tender skin.
No!
Rimi writhed around in an attempt to escape. I grabbed her tightly and didn't let go. I pumped my face into her breast and hands and belt.
Oh god. The fuck are you doing, man? Oh god. The fuck?
drawing me in with my free right hand. I began to grope beneath their skirt. The fuck is this bullshit? Stop. Stop it, Taku. This isn't what I want. Yeah, what the fuck, man? Seriously, what the fuck is going on with you? The gasp I got off. I realized what I've been trying to do. I was genuinely shocked. Oh my god. Oh, was he being mind controlled? Was he being mind controlled? Oh god, Rimi. Oh god. This is horrible. Was he being mind controlled? I'd gotten off and Rimi tightly clutched her chest and continued to sob sadly. But she'd been protecting me. Why had I done that? It's okay. Oh, okay, I was okay. It was probably the mind control. Okay. Alright. What the I was gonna say, what the actual fuck? Why the hell had they done that? Especially at a time like this. Why was I the one making Rimi cry? Oh god! Yeah, this has gotta be mind control. This has gotta be mind control.
You want to marry Saki for me, don't you?
My own voice echoed within my mind. Shocked and swallowed back my saliva. Yep, it's mind control. Okay. It actually doesn't void because it's the mind control. What was so shocking to me? The fact that he was right. Ugh, no. Oh god. Because he'd seen through me. But who was he to begin with? It was my own voice. My inner voice? My true nature? No, don't listen!
Pass up on making her yours here, and Shogun's gonna cuck you. You really want that wrinkly old shit to fuck her silly. You'll never be a cuck, do you?
Yeah, this has gotta be the mind control. I mean, Void, in case you haven't noticed because of the music, because whoever is like, does the music for these games is like really overprotective. All of the Chaos Head videos are demonetized, so it's not gonna make a difference.
Then again, there's nothing saying he hasn't fucked her already.
That's not your true nature, Takumi. And I think this is gonna prove to him that this is not his true nature. Your true nature can begin whispering to me. Stop it, stop saying this shit. I don't believe a single word you're saying. I couldn't cover my ears even if I wanted to, considering my lack of a left hand. You were just lying there sobbing, unable to fix her messy clothes. Seeing her face like that shattered my heart.
Hollow ass. It's okay if she doesn't love me back. Bullshit.
Oh, God. Ugh. Wow, this is really uncomfortable.
Go on. Rape her already. Narose doesn't seem to take issue with sparing the time to let you at her. Besides, I'm about to die anyway. Who gives a rat's ass if she holds a grudge?
やりたいことやって死のうよ。僕のこのかわいそうな境遇ならここでちょっとひどいことやったってしょうがなかったで許されるよ。
I say die do what I want for a change. Just indulge in some of the forbidden fruit. Not when they understand how fucking pathetic my circumstances are. Okay. Oh well, it only makes sense that I make the hook.
Who would do that? It was just a delusion. Something that was a bad habit of mine. Things could take a turn for the worse if I didn't stop listening. The current would drag me away. My weak-minded nature was luring me to the path of least resistance, to the really bad path. I couldn't let it drag me away, not now.
それにリミは僕に同情してくれてた。それならむしろやらしてくれるべきだ。
I'm glad they're showing how toxic this is.
What's more, maybe actually sympathizing. This is not a green light to fuck her brains out. What the fuck is?
おかしい。死ぬ前に童貞捨てようよ。
Such a recap before you die.
Hell yeah, Takumi!
No way in hell!
Woo, yeah!
I screamed to shatter my weak mind, to blow it straight to hell! Luckily, it seemed to have worked. Rimi had even stopped crying. She lowered the hands covering her face, and then she glared at me with ice-cold eyes.
つまんない男。
Ooh! Yup, mind control. Oh, thank God that wasn't actually Rimi. You're such a bore.
Those few words were all it took for my mind to be swallowed by a cascade of dark emotions. And as I swung myself at Rimi,
Yup. Yup. Oh, God. Yup. Oh, my God. Yup. He was trapped inside a delusion by NoaH and/or NoaH.
with staggering force, an enormous stake burst straight up from the concrete floor. Sharp edge of the stake pierced straight into my crotch. I couldn't comprehend what was going on. My legs were floating in the air. Even if I wanted to run away, I couldn't.
Oh my God. Where are the others?
The stake gradually tore its way further and further into my body. It was excruciatingly painful, but not enough to kill me. The stake continued to grow, lifting me a whole meter into the air. Any form of movement sent a jolt of pain through my groin. I was completely unable to move. Someone save me. I cast my bleeding eyes down toward Rimi. Without even looking at me, she walked straight to NoaH's side.
God, it looks like he won. It looks like he mind controlled everybody. Oh, how are things gonna turn out? Oh God.
Then, as if exhausted of all strength, she crouched to the ground. Both NoaH and Rimi simply stared at me, like a mortifying display. Neither of them had any form of expression as they watched. Neither of them had any interest in saving me.
知っていますか
I am curious as to if you're aware of this.
かつて拷問刑として串刺しは世界中のあちこちで用いられていました。
Impalement was once a common form of torturous punishment all throughout the world.
この拷問の特徴は
a particular characteristic of this torture.
死ぬまで3日ほどかかるということです。
Is that death can take up to 3 days to arrive once it begins.
自らの体重によって徐々にその杭は体に食い込んでいく。ポイントは杭の先端はそれほど尖らせないことです。
Your own weight will gradually allow the stake to sink deeper into your body. To meet this end, it is essential to make use of a stake that isn't overly sharp.
それにより臓器を傷つけ
Yeah,
る
you're
ことがな
such a
くな
good
り
guy, Nerose.
死
You
ぬ
are
までの期間が伸びるわけです。
you are such a hero, man. Such a noble character.
Thereby reducing injury to your internal organs and lengthening the period until your death.
最終的に杭の先端が口や肩から突き破れば処刑は終了。
Ultimately, the execution is brought to an end once the stake pierces through your mouth or shoulder.
見守っていてあげますよ。3日間。
Again, totally righteous behavior. Totally standard good person behavior here.
I will be supervising this with bated breath for all 3 days.
あなたが死ぬまで。
Until the moment you perish.
彼女も同じ考えのようですし。
It seems she feels the same.
Rimi nodded in response to his words.
もっともその前に胸や腕の傷のせいで失血死に至る方が早いかもしれませんが。
Like he would die of blood loss.
Although it would seem far more likely for you to die of blood loss, given the wounds adorning your arms and chest.
It's a delusion. A delusional attack. That was what I told myself. In reality, I wasn't really impaled. I was just still standing in front of NoaH too.
Yeah, she's totally being controlled, but he's using that to his advantage.
I was only hallucinating. I believed that to be true. I had to believe it. 3 days. 72 hours. 4,320 minutes.
Hello, Mystery Theater. Welcome to the stream.
259,200 seconds. If I can endure it for that long, the delusion will end. It has to. If I just sleep for a bit or pass out, it'll go by a lot quicker. Those were my thoughts. But I couldn't do either of those things. The pain wouldn't let me. And that was what exactly made this such pure unrelenting torture.
Shit. Some Tsukuyomi bullshit right here.
I was gonna go insane if this went on. Even though only a moment ago I'm thinking I'm trying to endure it, I'd spiraled straight into despair. Considering the extreme amount of time left before my death, despair was the sole emotion that hadn't drained directly out of me. Just kill me already. How much time had passed? I didn't see a clock, so I had no clue. I wanted to see a clock, but if I knew that I did see one, the hands sluggishly ticking by would probably shatter my spirit completely. I clenched my teeth. Sweat was oozing off my body in droves.
Nerose made the fatal mistake of slowly torturing his opponent to death instead of just killing him fast.
Thanks to that, my throat had gone dry. I moistened it by swallowing the blood that was trickling in. Inside my body, I could feel the stake continuously shoving aside my internal organs as it wedged itself even deeper into me.
Takumi, sure, why didn't you try a delusional attack? Probably because he was so injured.
I could feel it very clearly, like a countdown to my inevitable death.
Oh, we can't harvest the code from a dead Gigalomaniac. I see. That's a good point, Nagitona. Thanks.
Soon enough, it arrived at my minced chest. After that, it pierced through my throat. It skewered me straight through the mouth. Oh, God. The pain and shock was pushing my sanity to its limits.
It's amazing he could endure all this. Oh my God.
The pain kept me in a 5-minute cycle of passing out, waking up, and then passing back out again. I came to understand something. Every time I fainted, my body would go limp, and the stake dug into me even faster. Naturally, the pain grew to incomparable levels when that happened, and it would wake me back up. Unable to move, my body would writhe in torment. I had to pass out again to escape the pain, and the gruesome cycle would repeat itself. Even when I was conscious, I was entirely in a daze. Seeing the pain had somehow faded a little too. My vision had gone dim. Was it nighttime? Not that it mattered, considering the lack of windows in the dome. I supposed it was probably because of how much blood I'd lost. Blood trickled from my chest and arms, albeit not a whole lot. If it kept dripping out, maybe I could die peacefully from that instead of being impaled. Realizing that, I attempted to swing around my left arm, hardly any of which remained below the elbow. But it didn't even twitch. No doubt my nerves are already dead. Was it really a delusion? When was it going to end? Would it ever actually end? What had made me believe it was a delusion to begin with?
Yeah, this is some freaking Tsukuyomi bullshit. It's literally Tsukuyomi. Like, oh my God.
How could I know it was a delusion? What if it was all reality?
I mean, in reality, I think you would have died by now. You would have absolutely died of blood loss. Fairly certain. Especially with your hand cut off.
And if I endured it, I'd just die anyway. Enduring it didn't mean shit. But I was enduring it anyway. That was stupid. Only a dumbass would do that. I was an idiot. Die. Not the kill yourself kind. No, actually fucking die. I should die right now. I was sick of all the pain. I was sick of all the suffering. Bite your tongue off. Do that and you'll be at peace soon after. Just let me out of here. This was all a delusion, right?
You gotta try to delude something else. Mystery Theater. He said that people, yeah, with the stake only would keep the blood in for 3 days, but what about the blood from all his other wounds, including having his hand chopped off? It would definitely leak through those. Tight. It hurts. Tight. It hurts. Tight. My chest continued to hemorrhage. I couldn't breathe. No matter how much oxygen I tried to suck in, my throat would only make a stupid wheezing sound. I looked down, only to be met with the stake peeking through the holes in my chest. Struggling for oxygen as my mouth flapped open and shut, I violently vomited out blood. The fact I was about to die brought me peace of mind.
そろそろですね。
Ooh, is this Nerose?
Any moment now, I believe.
It was Nerose's voice. The bastard was right in front of me. Where are all the others? But I couldn't see him. In fact, I couldn't see a thing. Being impaled had left me in so much agony for so long I completely forgotten about both him and Rimi. I could not but wonder if Rimi was so close by, though it didn't really matter. I was too occupied with trying to breathe. For a good while now, I've been dedicating every nerve and every last ounce of strength toward just doing that.
君が無事死ぬ前に彼女を始末しておきましょう。
Oh boy. Nerose, you are really risking shit here. My god.
Before you safely pass on to the next world, allow me to dispose of the girl.
I wasn't exactly sure what he was talking about. Nor did I have the chance to think about it.
私を殺すの？
You're going to kill me?
へえ、そういうことです。
What is going on?
Indeed. That is what I plan.
遺言をどうぞ。
Do you have any last words?
タクのこと
Oh god.
助けてあげられなかった。
I'm sorry, Taku. I couldn't save you. Shit. Is this really a bad ending, or like, is this one massive delusion? I heard Rimi's final scream. Then the sound of someone toppling over. I imagined that Rimi had just been shot and killed. I didn't feel a single pang of emotion. Something else took priority. I returned to working on breathing. Yeah, I agree, Mystery Theater. Yeah, the nurse and what was Sena's mom was way gorier than this. Yeah. Those two things were way gorier. And way more stomach turning than this. This is horrible, but like the game has shown us so much worse than this before. I'm mainly just worried about it. The characters.
And if this is really a bad ending, or like, if this is a delusion or something, like... And then... I felt shock at how I'd done that. What was the meaning in any of this? Why did I struggle so hard to keep on breathing? Wasn't it just too much? Something hot streamed down my cheeks. I was probably crying, but there wasn't any way to be sure of that. I tried my best to endure everything I dealt with so far, but so close to the 3-day limit, the meaning of doing so had been entirely lost. I'm sorry, Rimi. I should be the one to apologize. I couldn't protect you. There wasn't any point in living anymore. I let my body go limp. The weight of that caused my body to sink even deeper. I felt a foreign object working its way up my throat. Breathing became impossible. Something was driving itself up through me. He made it through the frickin' Tsukuyomi. Oh my god. Yup. It was all a big delusion. Oh boy, he actually made it through the fucking Tsukuyomi. Takumi, you can never call yourself like a loser ever again. Complete badass. If you could still have your sanity after something like that. I came back to my senses. The feeling of a foreign object in my throat disappeared. I wasn't impaled anymore. The only blood on me was from my left arm and chest. When did reality end and the delusion begin? My brain couldn't begin to process it fast enough. I didn't understand a thing about the situation. In front of me was NoaH, D-sword raised.
帰ってきましたか。
Back so soon.
あなたが体験した3日間は現実では1秒しか経っていません。
Yep. Literally Tsukuyomi. Oh goddamn, I didn't read that.
The 3 days you just experienced were in fact but a single second in reality.
So, it was just a delusion. After muttering that to myself in relief. Ooh, and then it gets fucking sliced. NoaH's D-sword flashed as fast as lightning. My body's top and bottom halves began to fall out of alignment. Oh shit! My vision fell. It sank downward even though my legs were still standing right there. What the fuck is this? Everything above my waist toppled to the floor. Yep, yeah, freaking Rimi isn't even there. That whole thing with Rimi was thankfully part of the delusion as well. My torso had been cleaved clean off. The cross-section was all too beautiful to behold.
Huh?
Oh! I inexplicably fixed my gaze on my lower half. It was a reality I didn't want to accept. Or was it just another delusion? If it was, that would have been nice. Please be a delusion. It is if you want it to be, with these powers. Taku! Taku! Oh god. Rimi was calling me, in a voice that seemed so sad. She was calling me.
その状態でも死ぬまで数分は持つはずです。
Even in that state, it will be a number of minutes before your death.
元医師である私が言うのだから確かですよ。
As a former doctor, you have my word on that.
その間にコードサンプルを取ることにしましょうか。
In the meantime, allow me to extract your code sample.
I crawled, dragging my body with my right hand alone. I headed straight for Rimi's voice. I want to feel you there, Rimi. I have to save you, Rimi. I dragged myself forward with my right hand, and again, and again. I reached out, but I had no idea where Rimi was. I didn't reach her. I didn't reach anything at all.
しぶとい男だ。
Such an obstinate young man.
Crunch. I felt my bones grind to dust. Norose's dress shoe trampled my outstretched right hand.
さすが化け物と言うべきですか。
Or perhaps monster would be a far more apt title.
そのノロセの足が蜃気楼のように揺れた。
Norose's legs waver like a mirage in the desert.
床のタイルの模様がぼんやりとし始めて、
The tile pattern on the floor begins to blur and distort.
天地が回転する。
Bottom becomes top and top becomes bottom.
床と天井が逆に
Hell
なる。
yeah! Takumi! You're gonna do it! Come on! Pull out the stops here. Do an ultimate delusion.
The floor becomes the ceiling, and the ceiling becomes the floor.
僕は天井に這いつくばっている。
I find myself crawling on my stomach.
両断された腰からものすごい勢いで血が噴き出す。
A staggering amount of blood gushes out from my severed waistline.
全開にした蛇口のように
Like a water faucet put on full blast.
血が体から抜けていく。
The blood is draining out of my body.
そのまま腕の傷口を通って内臓までが流れ出る。
And then, just like that, my organs cascade out of the opening in my arm.
In his arm?
意識がスーッと遠くなる。
My consciousness surges far, far away.
でも完全には途切れない。
But I don't lose it completely.
That's an amazing line, Nagitona. Nerose says,
Hippocratic oath. More like Hippocratic suggestion.
But I don't lose it completely.
血だまりができて
yeah, this sounds like he's narrating here.
Blood starts to pool around me.
僕はその深紅の海に身を横たえてい
Come
る。
on, Takumi. You have to have some delusion that can help this.
My body is lying in a sea of crimson.
ドクンドクンと
Thump, thump.
鼓動する心臓が
As my heart beats,
僕の目の前に転がっていて
it rolls onto the floor in front of me.
Now that's gotta be a delusion. Why would his organs come out of his arm? That doesn't
血
make
だ
any
まり
sense.
に波紋を作り
Forming ripples in the bloody puddle.
その波紋をぼんやり見ていたら
I watch the ripples in a daze.
It feels like almost he's doing a freaking
僕の形が崩れた。
Is Nerose doing like a freaking Giorno Giovanni thing here? Like, is he putting him through like a million deaths?
My shape collapses.
人としての形を維持できない。
I'm unable to maintain my shape as a person.
僕と世界との境界が消失する。
Ooh, here we go. Come on. Okay, you gotta do something with this. The boundary between myself and the world vanishes.
肉が溶け、
My flesh melts.
骨がゴムのように曲がり、
That's what I said, Giorno. Giorno Giovanna, the... Yeah. That's what I meant to say anyway if I didn't. My bones warp like rubber.
眼球は四角になり、
My eyeballs become square-shaped. Alright, what's going on?
口から裏返った灰がこぼれ出し、
What are you gonna do, Takumi? You're gonna turn this around? Come on, ultimate technique, here we go. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I didn't do infinite. That's true. That's true. I should have said infinite. My inside out lungs tumble out of my mouth.
神経は数万キロメートルも引っ張られ、
Ooh. He's gonna do something really big here. My nerves are stretched out for tens of thousands of kilometers.
脳はシワの一つ一つを丁寧に伸ばされ、
One by one, the wrinkles of my brain slowly smooth themselves out.
体はブヨブヨになる。
My body becomes a flabby blob.
空気に溶けていく。
Are you gonna be the world itself? I dissolve into the air.
右手が糸のように伸びて、
My right hand stretches as if it were made of thread
プラネタリウムを出ていく。
and leaves the planetarium.
それは飴細工のように
And like a parade float,
渋谷の空をさまよって、
it wanders about the Shibuya sky,
コーネリアスタワーに
whirls around
Kuru
Cornelius
kuru.
Tower,
巻きつく。
wraps around it,
何度も
again and again,
何度も
again and again,
何度も。
again and again. Did he like becoming Luffy or something?
分かれた足が膨れてる。
My knot together legs swell up,
ブクブクと
glub glub,
水風船みたい。
like a water balloon.
パンパンに皮膚が伸びて、
Bulging out, my skin grows. Is he turning into the monster that he drew as a kid? That Shogun drew as a kid?
ギチギチ音を
I
立
think
て
he
て
is. He makes rubbery sounds. I think he is.
液状化。
I'm turning into liquid.
肉も骨も
Even my flesh. Even my bones.
とろけてふくらはぎに溜まってる。
They melt and clog up my calves.
腰からニョキって小さな頭が生えて、
Ooh! He's doing a kind of regeneration. Something that shouldn't be possible. Then a little head springs out of my hip
ぎょろりとした白い目が僕を見たよ。
and looks at me with white googly eyes.
そしたら
It's
僕
getting kind
の
of
頭が
postmodern
ぐしゃっ
here.
て潰された。
And then my head gets smashed to pieces. Yeah, now it's getting all trippy.
ど
The
っ
fuck?
ちの頭かはよくわかんない。
I don't know which head exactly.
潰れてトロトロになって、
It's all smashed and pulpy though.
ビルの床 コンクリートの分子の隙間を抜けて
The building's concrete floor. I slip between the cracks in its molecules.
落ちていく
Falling
地上へ
to the ground.
ビューって
Whoosh.
地面に
so he's in a liquid
作
form.
る
Yeah, it feels like he's like becoming like Dr. Manhattan or some shit.
I splat onto the ground.
どろりとした脳みその水たまり
Goopy brain puddle.
He's definitely transforming.
もぞもぞ
Is he becoming like a
も
god?
ごもごジュルジュルドロ
What the
ドロ
fuck?
プルプルビヨンビヨンビチャビチャグジュグジュぐちゃりぐちゃり
Squirmy squirm. Gushy gush. Slurpy slurp. Sticky stick. Jiggly jiggle. Bouncy bounce. Splashy splash. Gloopy gloop. Splatty splat.
僕は二つになる
Ooh. He's creating a new. Oh, here we go.
I become two.
二つが四つにな
Is he
る
making himself into an army? What is going on?
Two becomes four.
四つが八つになる
Four becomes eight.
八つが四つに
Eight becomes four.
二つが八つに
Two becomes eight.
四つが四つに
Four becomes four.
どんどん増えて
Slowly multiply.
どんどん減る
Slowly divide.
僕がいっぱい
There's a lot of me. Ooh.
僕がいない
Yeah, that's what it feels like, Boy Dweller.
There's none of me.
僕は何
What is me?
僕って何
What am I?
何って僕
I am what?
僕
Me?
何
What?
何くん
Oh my god!
What's eight?
Ooh, Kingdom Hearts is light.
No.
What is the fuck is this?
鬼
But
なく
what?
お
ん
な
What?
君は妄想なんかじゃないよ。
Here we go. Here we go, Shogun.
You're more than just a delusion.
レータ
You.
見てごらん。
Look closely.
西条七海が祈る
Nishijo Nanami prays.
兄と共に収容された病院怪我人があふれた待合室の片隅にうずくまり
So she's with Shogun.
In a hospital, admitted alongside her brother, curled up in a corner of the waiting room brimming with injured souls.
実の兄のしわくちゃの手を握りしめて
Clutching the real brother's wrinkled hand.
右手の
She's
痛
got
み
the
に耐え
bangle.
て
Enduring the pain in her right hand.
目を閉じて
She closes her eyes
祈
and prays
るもう一人の兄の無事を
for the safety of her other brother.
楠木優愛が祈る
Kusunoki Yua prays
倒壊したビルの瓦礫そこに埋もれるように横たわるコンテナの中で
out of the rubble of a collapsed building, in a container that lay buried by it all.
彼の美少女フィギュアの一つを握りしめて、
Clutching one of his anime girl figures.
地震と火事で醜く変形してしまったフィギュアたちの姿に感じた胸の痛みに耐え、
Enduring the pain in her chest from seeing his figures desecrated by the earthquake and ensuing fires.
目を閉じて
She closes her eyes
祈る。
and prays
彼女を許してくれた
for the safety
少年の無事を。
of the boy who forgave her.
岸本綾瀬が祈る。
Kishimoto Aise prays
避難所となっている水明学園。その校舎の屋上で空を見上げて、
at Suime Academy, now an evacuation shelter, looking to the sky from the rooftop.
Yeah, I know, right? Zash, is he like becoming a god or something?
神話が書かれた文庫本を握りしめて、
Watching her paperback book of legends.
崩壊した渋谷を覆う不特定多数の妄想が見せる悪意の痛みに耐え、
Enduring the malicious pain of the innumerable delusions concealing the collapsed Shibuya.
Is he like tapping into the collective unconscious?
目を閉じて
She closes her eyes
祈る。
and prays
彼女の歌を、彼女の話を聞いてくれた少年の無事を。
for the safety of the boy who listened to her song and her story.
折原梢が祈る。
Morihara Kozue prays
新鮮駅の薄暗いホーム。
at Shinsen Station on a dimly lit platform.
青いセナの震える手を握りしめて、
Clutching Aoi Sena's trembling hand.
足の傷の痛みに耐えて、
Enduring the pain of her injured leg,
目を閉じて
she closes her eyes
祈る。
and prays
心の声で語り合ったクラスメートの少年の無事を。
for the safety of the boy, her classmate, whom she spoke with in her inner voice.
There's Sena.
青いセナが祈る。
Aoi Sena prays,
横たわる父の傍らに座り、
sitting beside her father on the ground,
父の冷たくなった手を握りしめて、
clutching her father's cold hand.
最後まで素直になれなかった後悔の痛みに耐えて、
Enduring the pain of regret, having not been honest to the very end.
目を閉じて
She closes her eyes
祈る。
and prays
彼女のお願いに不器用ながら答えようとしてくれた少年の無事を。
for the safety of the boy who tried to grant her wish, no matter how clumsily.
And
咲畑リミが祈る。
Sakihata Rimi prays,
冷たい床に横たわりながら
lying on the cold floor,
彼へ伸ばした自らの手をきつく握りしめて、
tightly clutching her own hands, extended toward him.
傷だらけの彼の姿を見て感じた。
Enduring the tightening in her
締め
chest
付けられるような胸の痛みに耐えて、
from when she saw him covered in wounds.
目を閉じて
She closes her eyes
祈る。
and prays
自分が守ろうとした自分を助けに来てくれた少年の無事を。
for the safety of the boy whom she swore to protect, yet instead came to save her.
僕は何もできなかった。
was unable to do anything.
君が行動したんだ。
It was you who acted.
その結果としてみんなが君のことを見てきた。
As a result, everyone has had their eyes on you.
君という周囲共通認識は
Oh
とっ
my
くに出来上
god!
がっているんだ。
Mutual recognition of you has long since been established.
これからは、いや、もうすでに
From this point forward, no, already,
君こそが
you are.
僕は
I am.
君は
Who are
誰？
you?
僕は
I am.
Taku!
その声が聞こえた瞬間に
Is he gonna take the name Taku?
The moment I heard that voice,
Yes! Here we go!
意識が僕を固定した。
my consciousness stabilized me.
ぐちゃぐちゃにかき回されていた世界が一気に収束する。
The once swirling world converged all at once.
混沌は僕の理想像を形作ってしまう。
Yes! Vocal song, it's all over Neurose.
My D-sword took shape as a converging chaos.
僕は僕としての形に戻る。
I returned to my shape as myself.
世界は世界としての形に戻る。
The world returned to its shape as the world.
僕は
I am
僕だ。
me!
Slice it in half!
I can see clearly now. All my wounds had healed.
Yes!
My top and bottom halves were connected. Standing on my own 2 feet. The pain was entirely gone. Serenity filled my heart.
妄想によく打ち勝ったね。
You did well to overcome the delusion.
僕の最後の力を君に託す。
Trust you at the last. I noticed Rimi at the edge of my vision. She was okay. She was looking at me. Tears were falling down her face. Don't cry. Summoning my strength, I grasped the D-sword's hilt. I ascertained its field. My arms worked better than ever. I'd completely regenerated.
これは実に興味深いです。
Yes!
My, this is quite fascinating.
こうだけ
You monstrosity. I focused my eyes on Neurose.
確かに僕は化け物だよ。
Sure. I'm a monster.
でもこれが
But this is Rescue Rimi, so I can destroy NoaH too.
僕が望んだ妄想だ。
The delusion that I wished for. Delusion driver, Maxim. Neurose's response was swift. The idiot harvested the code sample of Nishijo's tongue. The delusion was left cornered the boy and shattered his psyche. But now the tables had turned. And that he could not allow. Neurose closed the gap between himself and Takumi. Taking a specific angle, he swung his D-sword from below. With a D-sword that could cleave any known object, he diagonally carved through Takumi's chest.
Oh, it's third person narration now.
The target's durability made no difference. Killing a person with it was as simple as slicing through a block of gelatin. With one quick sight from NoaH, Takumi's body was split into pieces. His head, right arm, and right shoulder all slid cleanly off his body. Internal organs littered the floor, but not a single drop of blood fell with him. The lower half of Takumi's body began to give way. He braced himself. He managed to plant his feet. The following moment, the cross-section of his wound began to undulate and squirm. He figured out how to heal himself. A bubbling noise ensued, and then he regenerated. Woo! Even though his body just completed the part a mere second ago, already a new head, right arm, and shoulder had been born. His old head and internal organs remained where they had slipped free from him. Oh, dang. Yes.
I already blocked off my sense of pain.
With a single step, Takumi approached NoaH. NoaH clicked his tongue and turned over his DC.
肉体の形を捨てたがゆえに
Holy shit!
By virtue of casting aside your bodily form. What?
いかなる形をも取れということですか
Any form within whatsoever is within your means, I take it.
Yup, he's evolved! He's embraced his identity as a delusion. He can literally be anything he wants.
あんたの見せてくれた妄想のおかげだよ
You can thank the delusion you showed me for that.
He was unable to retain his shape as a human being. He had taken in the delusion and made it his own! This was not regeneration, but replacement. Missing parts replenished. Flesh and bone were produced once again, all propagating infinitely from the dust within his body. His shape was not fixed. Like an amoeba, like a portion of slime. He could change himself freely. I love this is a beautiful message. That was the reason Takumi called himself a monster. I love this message. Takumi took yet another step towards NoaH. His frustration increased. Gripping the hilt, he threatened to sword at the approaching Takumi. Takumi's head found itself between a colossal pair of scissors.
脳を失えば妄想はできないでしょ
Without a brain, you can't have any more delusions, now can you?
Takumi's head was crushed. It split like a watermelon. Blood and gray matter burst forth. That's what you get for taking too long to kill somebody, NoaH. Everything above the neck was gone, and yet Takumi's body remained. Yeah, he's literally Dr. Manhattan now. Regeneration and replacement was instantaneous. As soon as his heel hit the ground, as if nothing had happened, as if he had been entirely replaced, his head returned right to where it had been, without a single scratch. NoaH awakened to an understanding. He could not win this fight! Physical attacks with the Disor were useless. Come on, time for a delusion battle. Delusional attack denying the force reason for existence had been taken in and used for an alternate purpose. Maybe Shijo Takumi was all too removed from human normalcy. Yes! All too distorted of existence, all too fitting as a monster.
I reject my humanity, NoaH.
Despite it all, NoaH had no intention of conceding. Next up was Eagle Eye's NoaH's battered bunk.
power to bombard Takumi with innumerable antiparticles. Bombardment with antiparticles could transform any known existence into negative matter, ending ultimately in self-collapse. Disruption from the surface was not viable, and collapse must be undertaken from within.
そうなんだね。
You're on the right track.
Nerose's thoughts had been read by Takumi. The shine of Takumi's deed sword transformed from red to black. A black flame enveloped the blade. It wriggled forth, extending outward. Its shape resembled that of a dark, colossal serpent.
そして
Oh my god! Hell yes! And murder shall appear.
This is for you, I say.
It roamed throughout the dome as if constrained by it. Toward the ceiling, toward the floor, as though it was licking them up, as though it was scraping them away. Simply consumed.
写真は黒き大蛇あらゆる崩壊を飲み込み邪神の身を砕くことができる糖質にして異質な
A dark, colossal serpent of wicked hearts. A being capable of devouring all corrosion, shattering the wicked-hearted king's body itself, and instilling heterogeneity in his homogeneity. The body of the colossal serpent was composed of antiparticles. With a mere touch, it sent any known object into self-collapse. Torrent of destruction composed of near infinite greed.
触手芸はあんまり好みじゃないけど。
Can't say I'm all that fond of tentacle porn, though.
There and then, Takumi's D-sword swung, pointed tip fixed on Nerose. This is fucking metal right here. Look at this. The dark serpent, winding itself into a coil, curved its body like a whip. Its jaw snapped into Nerose. Here we go. Say the villain line.
Such power. It can't be. This is impossible.
Not once had Nerose ever seen such a phenomenon from a D-sword. He could not discern whether it was the hidden power of all Gigalomaniacs or merely Takumi's delusion. The dark fangs eroded Nerose's body and it began to collapse. Too slowly, like a frog slowly dissolving in the belly of a snake. Darkness swallowed him. He felt no pain, and his death should have been instant. That was not what Takumi wished for. Oh no! No, Takumi, don't do the same thing he did! Realizing this, Nerose's lips twisted into a derisive smile. Nerose had no fear of death. One could say that the ideals he pursued had been accomplished with the completion of NoaH too.
私を殺してもノア2には誰も近づけない。
Are we gonna have a real JoJo reference here?
Even if you kill me, no other person can approach NoaH 2.
永久期間なんですよ、それは。
A perpetual motion machine. That is what you're dealing with!
人類を未来永劫にわたって管理し続ける。
Its administration over humanity will last until the end of time.
ただ座して眺めているだけではない。人の幸福のために干渉してくる人工の神なのです。
It does not merely sit idle and watch from afar. Rather, it is a man-made god which interferes for the sake of mankind's happiness.
Nerose was God's inventor, so to speak. As long as NoaH 2 continued to exist, mankind would not perish. And
and the eternal utopia Narissa sought would become real. However,
あんたなら
But you
近づけるんでし
can approach it, can't you?
yup. Takumi, are you gonna take my suggestion?
What?
The serpent's body wriggled and writhed with Narosi in its grasp, lifting his body into the air.
Why are you hitting yourself?
ょそれならあんたは鍵だ
If that's the case, then you're the key. Thank you for telling me your death machine's one weakness, by the way.
Narosi was astonished. And soon enough, his face changed into an expression of pure agony. The serpent swung about his body with ease. Takumi shot a glance at Rimi. Their eyes met. Which is what was Rimi feeling as she watched him. Moving her mind would have been effortless, yet Takumi did nothing of the sort.
It seems I was able to save you after all.
He quickly averted his eyes. His gaze then shifted to the still humming NoaH 2, throne of God where none could stand foot, a cradle which sowed naught but dreams of bliss.
ごめん
I'm sorry.
He apologized to no one in particular.
僕は人類にとっての敵かもね
You very well might be an enemy of humanity.
The eternal utopia this bright device of the cross. A future without conflict. Yeah, but it's also a future without free will. Takumi would extinguish them with his own two hands. Is that right or wrong? Takumi could not give the answer.
でも神話でもよくあるでしょ
But it's pretty common in mythology.
神だって女絡みでうだうだやってる
Even gods tend to slack off when women are involved.
だから僕も
That's why I, too, will sacrifice the happiness of mankind out of love for a girl.
Takumi, D-sword in hand, bent his arms at a giant arc.
破れ
Breakthrough!
Oh yeah! Just like a javelin, the colossal serpent of darkness charged straight ahead. The bait known as Narosi, impaled by its tip, flew straight towards NoaH 2. An enormous serpent of antiparticles, capable of terminating any known object. With no will of its own, thus it was not something that could have been warped nor distorted. With the greedy impulse to destroy, using Narosi as the key, the delusional barrier was easily smashed to pieces. Woo! Yeah! Now that was an epic final battle. But how does the prologue fit into this? Is that like a bad ending or something? I wonder. Hello, XX. Welcome to the stream. Yep, he totally King Piccolo'd him. Yeah.
Just been a huge explosion.
Oh, speak of the devil. Here we go.
And it's blessed. Blessed blew my body away like it was nothing more than a rag doll. Next thing I knew, I found myself lying here.
But why was Rimi trying to kill him?
His eyes were always watching me. Stare pierced through that thick, pitch-black rain clouds, and poured down on me like rain. Don't look at me. My body couldn't stop shivering. Not from the chill of the rain, but rather the ice-cold rubble against my back. So terribly cold. A gaze pierced me from the heavens. Who it belonged to, I couldn't say. As if to escape it, I raised my head to look at the environment around me. There I saw a ruined city. There I saw despair. There I saw death. There I saw nothingness. Not a soul was there. Not a soul was moving. Not a soul was left alive. The only thing I could hear was the sound of the rain continuing to pour. At this rate, everything, both the living and the dead, would it all be gently embraced and washed away? How nice it would be if all of this was just a delusion. That didn't seem to be the case.
You can make it a delusion, Takumi, I think. With your power now.
I couldn't move my body. I could only move my eyes and neck. And even then just barely. I couldn't use that monstrous power from before.
Aw, man.
My body was shivering. Nothing more than a physiological phenomenon. It wasn't happening by my own will.
He lost his ultimate god power.
I didn't want my body to tremble. If I couldn't move it freely, then it wasn't my body.
No more delusion driver Maxim.
Or maybe I'd never had free will since I was born. Nobody knows exactly where the soul resides. Bearing that in mind, how could anyone say that there was a soul inside this body of mine? But and where exactly was I now? Was I really here? Was I anywhere at all? In this shattered world where all stood still, all that could be heard was the rain of death. Suddenly another sound echoed through it. Solitary existence began to... Who are you?
Who are you?
Is your skin so pale?
Is your skin so pale because it's been numbed by the chill of the rain? Or was it because you were already dead?
And yet the girl wasn't shivering. And those eyes of hers nearly hidden by her bangs. Don't look at me. They looked so terribly sad. They looked as if they held a hint of madness. Looked as if they reflected nothing. If she and I were the only ones left in the world. If we stared into each other's eyes like this for all eternity.
There's the line.
Would my world be reduced to the reflection in her eyes? Would her world be reduced to reflection in my eyes?
The romantic lines.
The only thing reflected in her eyes was me. And my eyes was her. I thought of it that way, the world immediately seemed so much smaller.
Hey.
Suddenly a flash of static reached my ears, endlessly beautiful yet deeply discordant. She lowered her head and spread her arms wide, almost as if preparing to take off to soar high above the rain clouds, or as if trying to catch all the falling rain.
あなたを見つめる妄想
All that's watching you is a delusion. Now he's gonna learn Rimi's a delusion.
From where I was on the ground, I couldn't see the expression on that lowered head of hers.
Where is the original Rimi?
And this thin veil of rain, just what kind of face are you making?
I'll put you to rest now.
An angel? Were those dancing feathers of light blessing me, or... Oh, I see. I only understand. She's gonna use that to kill me. Or I'll slowly kneel to the ground before my collapsed body. With her head still lowered, she gently took my own in her hands. I surrendered my body to her grasp, just so relieved that she wasn't looking at me.
殺さなくちゃ
I'll put you to rest
い
now.
けないの
In my ear, I heard a whisper, garbled by static. It was as beautiful as it was discordant.
ごめんね
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't. There's been so much auto scroll. I don't know what's to click.
Nothing to apologize for. If I don't disappear, the other me, the real me, will die. So that's why I'm okay with this. In fact, I'm really glad I get to be erased by you. Not a bad end for a monster like me. I don't have any regrets.
So he didn't even pick up that she was a delusion too.
A warm, soft, gentle, sweet sensation. And miraculously, as if it were an anesthetic, the shivering in my body slowly began to die down. The soft breath tickled my cheeks. It smelled so sweet. Suddenly, I sensed something pressing against my chest. The large sword she held tore through my skin, bored into my flesh, weaved through my bones, and slowly sank through to the center of my body. But gifted with the anesthesia of her kiss, I no longer felt any pain. I would never have imagined I would get such a kind death. The thought of it broke my heart, leaving me on the verge of tears.
Is this like the neutral ending?
Trying to hide them, I looked past the girl's head up and toward the ashen sky, where the rain continued to pour.
Oh wow, credits! I'm assuming there's a post-credit scene. Yep, Daisuke Ono as Misumi, yeah. It's neutral because they beat the boss. It's not like a bad ending. They still save the world. I wonder. Yeah, we're definitely like I don't think I could say really anything about the story overall yet. At least until after the post-credits scene here. Original theme song is called Fake Me. Oh wow, that would have been a big spoiler. Contract of blood, in Gospel of Hallelujah. This is the common ending. Interesting. I just want to see if is there a post-credits scene? It feels very poetic. I gotta say, it does feel like a full story. I think it's actually a quite satisfying ending. I think if not a bittersweet one. I do want to see like what exactly is happening. Like we never got really too much detail. Oh, Nintendo Switch version now. Oh, after each route there should be a new tip about each character's sword. Oh, that's cool. It's a very bittersweet ending.
Though I love the message of when Takumi gained his godlike power, like basically he's choosing who he is, like with the I am me. Like that was such a great moment. I love that. And all of you Gigalomaniacs. Yeah, bittersweet but still beautiful in its own way. I totally agree. That is a very good neutral ending. I can't wait to see like the true ending and stuff though now. And like the character roots obviously. Cause yeah, the one thing I wish for it to be truly complete, I wish we knew more about like the original Rimi. Reach the silent sky. Reach ending A. Okay, interesting. Extra CG library is now available. Sound library. Movie library. Shortcut. What's that? Oh, okay, so there was no post-credits. Indoors. Groucho Soft. Reach 1 out of 9 endings? My god. Water lily. Here we go. The shape of Takumi's Jiso represents his pure soul. Really? It's a very long design featuring no ornate decorations ignores that Takumi, till the end, have been only running away. Oh, good. Yeah, that's definitely true. Have begun moving forward, risking his very existence. This edgeless sword severs everything in its path by vaporizing all it touches in an instant with tremendous heat. Olga actually got me a text file of how to explain how to get the other endings. And I will say, yeah, this was very satisfying, except I really want to know what's the deal with Rimi being a delusion. Oh, man. I can't wait to start exploring the rest of the endings and stuff. Like, it's interesting because there's clearly 6 character endings, plus the true ending. What's 9? Yeah, so yeah, Verena is next on Tuesday, and then we will start with character roots on Thursday. And yeah, Olga has provided me with a text document on etiquette view. Oh, there's ending B, the bad end. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, wow. I wonder how you get that one. Jeez. Alright, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining. Wow, the timing ended up exactly, pretty much exact. Like, for the rest of the story, so... That was a really cool story with a wonderful message, and I can't wait to delve deep into it. Wait, what is whose eyes are those eyes? 44%. What is that? What does that mean? Is that like completion percentage? What does that mean? This album is like the CGs, but Alright, you guys, so yeah, join me on Thursday when we will start doing character roots. Until next time, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You are the sweetest of hearts. See ya.